Welcome to another episode of Barbells and Bangers. Unfortunately, I am sick, as you can tell from my voice, and if you can see me, you can probably tell I'm sick. Yeah, I'm not feeling so hot right now. I don't know what I have. I have some type of virus, but I can barely breathe, so this will be a struggle. But you know what? I'm dedicated. I'm still doing my podcast despite being sick. I'm not going to I'm not going to make excuses. But yeah, this is really not fun. Don't get sick. Don't get sick. You know what, too? I said, oh, I bet this is just allergies when it started. And then the next day, I was like, oh no, this is not allergies. Oh no. Oh no. It's always the worst when you know you're sick, but you're still trying to deny it. You're like, I'm not sick. No way. It's just allergies. Just allergies, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm not sick. And then you're sick. You can't talk yourself out of being sick, unfortunately. I've tried it many times. It doesn't work. But yeah, so I am sick. But let's just remind you that I am drinking the best non-alcoholic beer in the world. It is from Well-Being. As you can see, if you're watching, you can see the can. Check it out, wellbeingbrewing.com. And if you use my code BrieEckert, then you will get 10% off in an order of $10 or more. So check it out. I just kind of wanted to have something nice and cold and refreshing. I thought maybe that would help since I'm sick. I don't know. If this was a real beer, that would probably be the worst thing to drink when you're sick. But since there's no alcohol, it's not as bad. Still probably not the best. I probably should be drinking Gatorade or something. But I don't know. This is my drink of choice. But anyways, I kind of wanted to talk about that, training. Excuse me. Training when you're sick. Or not training when you're sick, because you're not really going to be training if you are sick. Or at least I would hope not, depending on your situation. If you are going to a public gym where other people go when you're sick, that's kind of rude, That's kind of not cool. It would be better if you would just stay home when you're sick. That's what I do. Or at least I try. If I know that I'm sick, I will stay home. I will not go anywhere. I will not be around people because I don't want to get anybody sick. And all the time, people are like, oh, I'm not worried about getting sick. And then they get sick and then they freak out. And I'm like, dude, you said you weren't worried about getting sick, but here you are freaking out about being sick. So I don't know. I just try to avoid human contact when I'm sick because I don't want to be the one to get somebody sick. But it is kind of rough, It is lonely. It is even just not being able to go to the store and stuff is kind of sucks. But if I need something real quick, it's do I want to go to the store? No, because I'm sick. But yeah, so thanks Instacart for. This is not a plug for Instacart, by the way. They are not sponsoring this. But it does come in handy when you're sick. Anyways, so I think it's important to know that when you get sick, if you're a gym rat or if you're somebody who likes to exercise on the reg, just know that it's not going to destroy all your progress. You're going to be fine. And as long as you keep a positive attitude about it, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to get through it. Otherwise, you're just going to be stressed out, be like, oh, I can't go to the gym, and now I'm sad, and you don't want to end up like that. I've been there. You can't go to the gym, and you get so upset. And maybe that's why I'm so consistent, because there have been times in my life where I could not work out or really do much for a while. And I never want to end up like that again. So it's now I really when I wake up, I'm oh, I get to go to the gym. It's not I have to go to the gym. I get to go to the gym, because I feel well enough that I can go to the gym. And I think that a lot of people just, sometimes take their health for granted. I definitely did until I first, had like my first like real big flare up before, right before I got diagnosed with lupus. And I couldn't hardly do anything, let alone go to the gym. I mean, that was no. So maybe like since that happened, that made me have more motivation to go to the gym. I don't know. But I think it's important not to take your health for granted. But getting back to what I'm saying is like, when you get sick, you do worry, if you're somebody who goes to the gym every single day, or if you're somebody who's like a bodybuilder or a weightlifter, or even just somebody who's really like me, like I'm not competing in anything, but I'm really passionate about like growing and like improving. So, and like making progress. So for me, it is tough to take time off from the gym, but the more that I've kind of just given myself permission to do it without feeling guilty, then it seems like that has a better impact on my mental health. So just know that you're not going to lose all your progress, and know that sometimes time off the gym is necessary. I personally schedule a week off of the gym every 8 weeks. So this was actually supposed to be my week off from the gym. So it kind of worked out actually. I got sick at like the perfect time because I wasn't planning on going to the gym for a week anyways. Now I still had 2 workouts left in my program, but I decided I'll just skip them. And then I'll just start my week off now. And then if I'm better by the time it's been a week, then I'll get back into it. But I don't know. I might need a few extra days. We'll see. But yeah. I just make sure to kind of just have good self-talk. So you would be surprised how much negative self-talk affects your life and the choices that you make. So when you speak positively to yourself, then a lot of times you're going to make more positive choices and just better things are going to happen in your life. So I just tell myself like, oh, I'm taking a week off from the gym. Just want to make sure I'm fully recovered. And then that gives me time to kind of reset and plan what I'm going to do next. Like now, I'm going to work on like my squats and my hip thrust more. Whereas my last, 8-week run, I was focusing on upper body and I was focusing on growing my like shoulders and lats and all that good stuff. So now I'm like focusing more on lower body again. And I think I'm going to do a different split too. I think I'm going to do upper lower. I talked about this on the last episode, but I think I have decided that I'm going to do the upper lower split. So that'll be interesting. I haven't done an upper lower split in a while. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm going to do an upper lower split. And then I think I'm just going to try to implement a little bit more cardio. I feel like that's something I kind of got lazy with. So I'm going to start implementing more cardio into my training. Maybe not necessarily on the same days that I'm weight training, but maybe like throw in a couple days a week where I, focus on cardio. And then of course, like every day, take a walk. I think that's important to just take a walk every day. But yeah, so I don't know. I really like the idea of focusing on lower body again. Obviously, that is my comfort zone, so that's why I like to do it. But for a while, I was just focusing on upper body, so now I'm just like, okay, let's give upper body a rest for a little bit, and let's focus on some lower body, and then maybe I'll do upper body again. I don't know, where I'm like really mentally focused on that area of the training. Because I feel like for me, it works better when I am focused on growing a certain area rather than just trying to grow everything at once. I feel like I struggle when I try to do too many things at once. So I'm like, okay, let's just maintain our squat, maintain everything, but like let's really try to pump up some numbers on upper body. And then I feel like it doesn't take too much energy. Like the leg workouts don't take too much energy away from me where I can't be at 100% when I'm doing my upper body workouts. So, yeah, but I'm excited to do just like a 4-day-a-week split this time. The last one was 6 days a week. And I feel like it was manageable for me, but still, I mean, that's a lot. It's definitely not something you should probably do like long term. Like doing it for 8 weeks that's fine, but I would never do 6 days a week like for the rest of my life. That'd be crazy. So 4 days a week sounds good. And then yeah, just like trying to implement more cardio and stuff like that. Man, my throat is so messed up. Oh, this really sucks. It really is not fun being sick, but it's okay. Another thing is, like, any areas that you were, like, really sore, like, if you take a week off, like, those areas will probably recover, like, where they won't really be sore anymore. So, yeah. I think it's good to take time off. But, like, don't just, like, sit around, all day long. Like, at least get outside and, like, get in nature. Like, go for a walk or something. Like, when you take a week off, you don't have to just sit around and do nothing. But, make sure you do rest. Like, make sure you actually do give yourself, a little bit of lazy time. That's kind of what I'm doing because I'm sick. But anyways, so yeah. I think it's important to just know your body and listen to your body. Like, if I didn't listen to my body, I would be a mess. I would be such a mess. If I push myself past my limits, it's never a good idea. It never works out long term. It's always better, like, to take the long term approach. I know it's hard because you don't see the results as fast and you're like, you get discouraged. But over time, you will get more and better results if you take a long term approach and don't try to rush your progress. Don't try to rush your progress. That is for sure. Also, like, don't make the gym like your whole life. Like, I feel like that's easy for me to do. It's really easy for me to, I'm really susceptible to that because I am so passionate about it, but you have to not make it your whole life. You have to. Otherwise you will lose your mind. You will lose your mind because if you get injured, see, this is what I think about. I'm like, what if I get injured and I can't work out for like months at a time? I'm like, I got to be prepared for that. So, just, yeah, you have to have some balance. You have to have other activities you like to do. You have to have other hobbies, So it's important. It's important to have, balance in your life and not obsess. This is something I'm really good at doing, is obsessing about everything that I'm into. It's so hard not to, but yeah, with stuff like that where you can get hurt or, yeah, you want to be careful because if you can't do it anymore, if you can't do it for a while, then you're not going to be feeling very good. You're going to be very upset. So I know how that goes. I don't know. I think just knowing your limits is good when you're working out. Definitely want to know your limits. But anyways, I am just thinking about this weekend. I can't go see Coulter Wall. And that really sucks because I'm sick. I was going to get tickets to go see Coulter Wall. I had been procrastinating getting them because I wanted to wait till it was like a little bit closer to the event to get them, which is probably a dumb idea, but whatever. I always have to cancel plans, so like I just don't like to book things too far in advance because I'm like, I don't know what's going to be going on in my life by then. I like to wait till the last minute. So I was going to buy them like this week and I'm sick. I can't. I'm dying. So that ain't going to happen. I really wanted to go. Coulter Wall, that would have been so awesome. But yeah, I'm not about to go to a concert when I'm sick. Absolutely not. That sounds miserable. Hey, let's be around a bunch of people when you can barely breathe. Love that. No, I'm not going to go get a bunch of people sick. You know how many people go to a concert? I would get so many people sick. And no, I would feel so bad. But that would be such a good concert. Colter Wall is so good. He's so good. He reminds me of Johnny Cash. And just his style of songwriting is so amazing. And his voice is so unique. He has like the most unique voice I've ever heard. It's so interesting. And he's so young. So you don't expect like that voice to come out of him. But he has a really, really good voice. It's very like raspy. Definitely very like Johnny Cash-esque sounding voice. But anyways, I will not be able to attend. So that sucks. I'm really depressed about it. Because I really love Colter Wall. But that means I will get to watch UFC because his concert was on Saturday, or is going to be on Saturday. But I can't go, so I'll be able to watch the UFC fights, so that'll be fun. I'll just be chilling on my couch with Dolly watching UFC. Oh my gosh, I cannot stop coughing and sneezing. This is so bad. Anyways, but I'm so dedicated. I really wanted to not skip an episode of the podcast because I'm sick. I wanted to just still do it anyways because it's kind of fun. And I just want to make sure I'm doing it every single week. I don't know why. I'm just like really adamant about that. But I'm going to start having guests on soon. So I'm like putting together a schedule, and that I will probably try to get done before the end of the week. We'll see. We'll see if that gets done because I am not feeling well. But if I start to feel better and I start to feel like I can do like some work like that, then I will get to moving on that. But that should be coming very soon. I'm probably going to have one guest on per month just to make sure that like it's sustainable for me and that I can do it. So I'm going to do solo episodes and then have probably one guest per month. Moving forward. And yeah, that's my plan. If I have like a lot more guests, then I'll probably start doing it more frequently. But I just kind of want to, start off slow, like not like overwhelm myself with like too much. Cause I just started doing this. So. I'm still doing YouTube and all that stuff too. So I just have a lot of content that I'm creating right now, and it's a lot. So I'm just trying to make sure that it is sustainable, because the last thing I want to do is start a podcast and then, have to only do an episode every other week or something like that, because I couldn't sustain it. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. But it sucks being sick. I feel like my brain is just like not working since I've been sick. But oh well, I'll get through it. I will get through it. So, yeah, UFC 284. We talked about that on the last episode. I still think Islam is going to win. I've seen a lot of people on social media that think that Volk is going to win. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think he's going to win. So, I just don't. That's just facts. I just don't. I can't make myself believe it. I don't know. But I've been wrong before, like, many times. So don't believe what I say. But I don't know. MMA is crazy. MMA is a crazy sport. Like, anything can happen. Like, a lot of people didn't think that Islam was going to beat Oliveira. A lot of people thought he was going to get submitted. And he submitted Oliveira. So, I don't know. I think Islam's going to win. That's what I think. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the most exciting fight in the world, though. It might be kind of a boring fight if Islam just takes him to the ground the whole time. I mean, that's probably what he's going to do. He's probably not going to do anything fun, to beat Volkanovski, because he doesn't want to take too many risks against somebody like that and get knocked out. Because Volkanovski does have power. He does have power. He does have really good leg kicks, too. So he's not going to want to get too beat up with that kind of stuff. So I think he'll probably try to take the safe route and try to try to wrestle him. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it'll be interesting to come back and watch this after the fight and see how wrong I was. No, I think Islam's gonna win. But regardless of who wins, I mean, they're both great fighters. They're both champions. I mean, I love it. Anytime that a champ versus a champ fight is on, it's like, yeah, love it. I love it. So, good times. But, so I don't know if I talked about this on the last episode. I don't think I did, but Conor and Michael Chandler were announced as being coaches for The Ultimate Fighter. So that's kind of cool. I actually really like that combination. I think their personalities are going to clash and it's going to be hilarious. But I don't know, like, here's my thoughts on the fight though. Like, the Ultimate Fighter, Conor versus Chandler, that's going to be prime time television. Like, that's going to be fantastic. But the fight, yeah, I don't know. Conor, I don't think he's going to win. I think Chandler is going to destroy Conor. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I think that people think that Conor is still the old Conor, but, like, they haven't accepted that Conor kind of sucks now. Like, Conor is just, like, he has so much money. Like, he doesn't need to win these fights. Like, he's already accomplished so much. Like, what more does he need to do? Like, does he care if he wins? Probably not. I don't know. But it's funny how, like, after every fight, he convinces his fans that he should have won the fight somehow. Like, I don't know. Like, there's always, like, a story behind why he lost the fight. It's just hilarious. But, yeah, I've never really been a big Conor fan. So, sorry. I don't know. I'm just not. I love what he's done for the sport, and I love watching his trash talk and his press conferences. And as a business person, fantastic. Like, I admire him. But as a fighter, I'm, like, not really a big fan. I think he was really good in his prime. But yeah, I just, like, yeah, never really been big on Conor. Like, I don't know. But this should be interesting. I think it's going to be some really, really funny episodes on The Ultimate Fighter, because just, like, their personalities are so similar but so different at the same time. Oh gosh, they're both, like, really confident but in completely different ways. Like, Conor is so arrogant and just, like, kind of a jerk, honestly. Like, when he does his trash talk, he's, like, trying to make the other person, like, literally, like, feel bad, and it's just funny. It's hilarious. But that's my take on that fight. I don't know. I mean, yeah, Conor's just not the same Conor anymore. When's the last time he even won a fight? I mean, it's been a while. I don't know. I thought he was going to do the boxing thing. Like, after he did the Mayweather fight, like, I thought he was going to, like, make a move into boxing, and he never did that. And I was like, what? Why would you not do that? I don't know. I thought that made more sense for him. But what do I know? What do I know? Man, I can barely breathe. This, whatever virus this is, oh my gosh. It's like, I feel really congested and just, like, my throat hurts and it's just, like, so scratchy. The sneezing thing has kind of slowed down, thank goodness, because, like, earlier I was sneezing, like, nonstop. Like, it was so annoying. So annoying. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. just want to make sure people know that like it's normal if you're lifting weights and you're into fitness. It's normal to get sick sometimes, and it's okay to have times where you're not in the gym. You're not gonna die. Like, you're not gonna lose all your progress. You're gonna be fine. Just get through it, and then as soon as you can, get right back into your routine. Have a plan. Plan what you're gonna do. I found that having a plan for my, not only just my fitness, but also my nutrition is key to making progress. If I don't have a plan, then it doesn't really work the way that I want it to. It doesn't work as efficiently. So if I have a plan for what I'm going to eat and what I am going to do in the gym, it's much more likely that I'm going to stick to it because I've already got it all planned out. So I would definitely encourage you to have a plan for your fitness and your nutrition. Also, just with like nutrition when you're sick, like you still want to make sure you're eating relatively healthy when you're sick. Sometimes it can be a little bit harder to do because your appetite isn't there. So sometimes you might have to eat stuff that's a little bit, more delicious, I will say. But I like to eat soup when I'm sick. I don't know if there's like any science behind eating soup when you're sick, but I guess maybe the sodium, so you can stay hydrated. I don't know. But I would eat just things that are easy when you're sick, because you're not going to want to cook a whole meal. Like you're not going to want to do a whole lot of preparation. So when you're sick, like you might need to eat like some pre-made stuff. Like not everything needs to be pre-made, or if you have somebody that can cook for you, that's obviously the best option. But if you're like me and you're by yourself, like you might want to just eat, some easy things, like get some soups, get just things that are easy to eat, that aren't going to make, where you have to cook the whole thing and go to the grocery store and get all this stuff, like where you can just easily make it. Or if it's just like a few ingredients, like I have like some beef and rice in my fridge, so I'll just be making like beef and rice for dinner, or like beef and sweet potatoes or something like that. I don't know. I might make, oh my gosh, I can't talk. I might make some sweet potatoes later. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. I'm probably too lazy to do all that. I might just have rice with them. But ground beef is your best friend when you're sick because it's so easy to cook it. You just throw it in the pan with some spices. It's so much easier than like cooking an actual meal. So I'm glad that I got that. So I have meals already made that I can eat. But yeah, just like be smart, plan ahead. Make sure that you choose things that are going to be easy for you to make and not cause you to, maybe be a little lazy. Because, like, if you don't feel like cooking and you're sick, then you're probably either not going to eat or you're probably going to, like, order DoorDash or something. And you're probably going to get something that's way less healthy than what you would have made, if you would have planned ahead and got, meals that you can reasonably cook or things that you can just heat up. So that's my advice if you're sick. Yeah, but that's all I got for this episode. I'm going to wrap this up here because I just, talking about food made me hungry. So I think I want to go eat some dinner right now. But yeah, I'm going to go eat dinner and I'm going to hopefully feel better soon. But regardless, I will see you guys next week. So thank you so much for listening. Make sure that you subscribe. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify. We are on YouTube as well. So wherever you want to find this podcast, you can just search it online through any of those platforms and you will find it. But thank you so much for supporting the podcast and listening. I appreciate it. And hopefully next time my throat won't be hurting when I'm on here. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.